You are bold, you are fearless, you are radiant. It's time to unlock the diamond from within. BFF, we rise above, stronger together, we shine with love. Faith unshaken, hearts on fire, fearless souls, we're reaching high.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the BFF Empowerment Podcast. I am your host, Blaque Diamond, and with me on our Women on the Rise segment of the BFF Empowerment Podcast, I have the privilege of speaking with Miss Nikki Allen. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I am excited to be here.
I'm glad to have you. So before we jump in, let's see, can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
I am a singer, first and foremost, songwriter and
Ooh.
novelist now. That's my new gig, I guess. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's it, pretty much in a nutshell, filmmaker, philanthropist. It depends on the day.
Oh, wow. Many, many hats. I like it.
Yeah, a lot of hats, a lot of hats.
Yeah, when you were saying songwriter, singer, I'm like, okay, click, check, check. Oh, nope, that's not me. Hold on. I'm definitely the songwriter and the novelist, the author.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, singing part, nah,
That
not
that's
my
my
talent.
passion. That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm actually recording my new music now, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a new EP, but it's just for songwriting.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I put my music out is I'm creating portfolios of
Okay,
like the
well, you may
different
need to write me a
songs
song.
that I'm writing. So yeah, I have like three albums on available right now, and I'm working on my fourth, which is actually an
Awesome.
inspirational
Ooh,
album.
I might need you. We'll talk later.
Yes, yes. All right. So, oof, where should we begin? Let's see, novelist. What
Yes.
have you published or what are you working on as far as a novel?
So I published a book many, many years ago called How to Be a Roommate, How to Be a something. It's a long title and I don't ever remember it. I just remember the main part, How to Be a Good Roommate.
Hmm.
That
Oh,
was like
wow.
in 2000, I don't even know when, long time ago. But then I was thinking about writing a novel and I went to a writer's boot camp and with Balboa Publishing. And I just went to the boot camp. And then I get a call from them saying, "Hey, do you have a book you want to publish?" And you never want to tell people like that, no.
Hmm.
So I was like, yeah. And I'm sitting here like, okay. But I am also a screenwriter. I didn't add that in there. So I have about 10 screenplays. And I decided to turn one, Loved You, Hated You, into a book. And Loved You, Hated You was actually a song from my first album. And
Hmm.
then I turned it into a screenplay. We actually had a development deal before COVID. And so that kind of stopped everything. So now it's a book.
Oh, wow. I'm actually the opposite. I've written all these books and I want to get them turned into
Well, you're doing it
screenplays.
the right way. I'm actually backwards. So that I mean, but that's me. I just do
Mhm.
everything ass backwards. If you're
Yeah, I'm
doing it the
trying to
right
break
way,
into
do the
how,
right
yeah,
three
everybody
books
was like
and
telling me that, like, you need to get into screenwriting. And I'm like,
yeah, this novelist thing, trying to turn that in because the a screenplay, an hour and 30 minutes is about 92 pages. And so
Mhm.
I had to take those 92 pages and fluff them up because, I had to tell, you know,
Every single little
every
detail.
single thing. Like in
Yes.
visuals, you can show it, but
Hmm.
I have to explain in detail. So that was quite interesting. I won't say
Hmm.
challenging, but I'm a Capricorn and so I'm very straight to the point and all that fluff was driving me crazy, but I had to fluff it up. So there it is.
Yeah, I think that's been my challenge was not doing the whole screenplay thing because I'm very detailed in my writing,
Mm,
especially when I'm doing
mhm,
fiction. But to
mm.
sit there and be like, she turned off the light dim. the room is bathed, and I'm
There you
just
go.
like, oh my gosh, get to the point. But I know with screen, writing, you have to basically, yeah, write every single detail because the people who are playing these parts
Mm-hmm.
have to know exactly what to do and how to
Mm-hmm.
behave, and it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
oof, Lord.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think it's so much easier that way because you can just say do this. But in writing a novel, let's say we're talking about cooking fish in the screenplay, right?
Hmm.
You can throw that fish, have a scene where you see the fish in the pan, and then you pan over to the person and they turn their nose up. Well, in a novel, you do have to say they put the fish in the pan, and then all of a sudden the sizzle, because you have to talk about the sizzle. You don't
Hmm.
have to talk about the sizzle in the movie because it's obvious it's going to happen when you.
Oh yeah, you're going to see and hear
Yeah,
it.
so now you got
Yeah.
to talk about the sizzle. You have to talk about how the smoke is rising. You have to talk about the aroma, how it's filling the room, and how it affected that actor.
Oh, you know
So
what? I didn't think about it
yeah,
like that.
yeah. So it's a much harder process for in my mind to do it that way because I'm just showing you on screen. You know
Hmm.
it's sizzling because you can hear it. You see
Hmm.
the smoke coming up, and you see the actor's nose turn up, so you know it smells good or bad. But
Hmm.
you have to build all of that out when you're writing a novel, and that was driving me crazy because I had
Oh,
to,
yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I never thought about it like that because I was just
Hmm.
thinking about the little details about, okay, the curtain was pulled back and then the
Hmm.
lights were dimmed and then the you
Hmm.
know.
Mhm. And but you still have to put that in your novel because you're setting the scene for them,
Hmm.
but you have to do it way more detailed in writing your novel in fiction because otherwise you can say I have an open window and then you could do it that way and let the reader paint their own window. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But
Hmm.
yeah, it was a lot. I had to really fill in all those little gaps.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I think that's how it was too with me when I first started writing. I was doing more short stories.
Hmm.
And then people were like, "Oh, I want more." And I'm like, "Okay, so how do I turn this short story into an
Hmm.
actual like
Hmm.
book?" I'm like, "Oh gosh." And so
Hmm.
yeah, I literally had to go in and fill in, okay, so now
Hmm.
this scene happened and this happened and it was just like, "Oh gosh, this is a lot."
Yep. You have to build it out. You have to build it out.
Yes. I'm like, I wasn't expecting this. I thought y'all was
Exactly.
gonna read the short story and love it, and that would be it.
Yeah, exactly. Look, that's how I felt about the screenplay. I dumped it in and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. 90 pages, that's a novella. So
Yes. And I've
let me
actually
get it.
published a novella.
Yeah, have
Um,
you?
so well,
This is
actually it
close to
was a
it.
short story and
Hmm.
then I actually, developed it more and it became a novella.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mine is close to, let me see, I have the book right here. It's close to it. It's not that many pages. It's only 174 pages. So
Hmm.
it was really close to being a novella.
Oh wow. I'm actually working on book number 16 now, so I'm
Good for
just like
you.
This one is more of a nonfiction, empowerment,
Mhm.
because I'm a pageant title holder. So I won a pageant, last October. So I'm kind of writing about that experience and it's, a book
Congratulations.
for empowering young girls and young women.
Yes, yes. And that is why I think you'll be good in my new song. Writing, helping me write this new stuff. Because the book is Loved You, Hated You, and it's empowering. It's about how if this woman can reclaim her life out of this toxic relationship. But the
Hmm.
song, I didn't do this on purpose, kind of piggybacks off the novel book screenplay whatever it is. It's
Hmm.
called This Cathedral Is Mine, basically empowering yourself to say,
Hmm.
hey, people only treat you the way you allow them to treat you, right? This cathedral, me, this body, this temple is mine, and I have to protect it. And that's kind of the direction of the song.
Yes, yeah, because I'm actually a poet too, and I actually just finished writing a poem last night that I actually have to perform next month
Hmm.
because I'm being honored at an event in Charlotte called the hold on, what is it called? Her Crown She Rose,
Hmm.
Women Elite Women. And so I wrote a song, not a song, I'm sorry, a poem called She Rose, and it's basically just my journey.
Mm.
Um because I do write a lot of poems. Like when I performed at the pageant, I actually performed my poem called Bag Lady.
Hmm.
And it was basically just talking about like how the things that we go through, a lot of people look at it as baggage.
Right, right, right.
But it is not, that I'm proud of where I've been and where I am now because despite what other people think is my baggage, it actually
Yeah.
empowers me.
Yeah, that's
It
right. I
made
mean,
me
you
who
couldn't
I
get where
am.
you are without that baggage. I tell people that all
Hmm.
the time, embrace the mess too, because that is how you become. We're always becoming. And so it is
Hmm.
helping you become this amazing person that you're destined to be.
And that's actually my latest song. It's called Becoming.
See, we are
They
in
ac-
sync.
they actually played it yesterday during my Tierra Tuesday because as a title holder I host like a live, we have topics and different things we talk about each week. And
Mhm.
so as my intermission piece, that's what I actually sent them in to play my song Becoming. That's going to be on my album.
Awesome.
And that's what it's about.
Okay. Yep. You wear a bunch of hats too,
I
I see.
do. I do. I
Hmm.
do.
I love it.
Yeah, I like being multifaceted. I like, and I've actually stepped into another arena that is totally new to me, but I'm loving it. I actually created a empowerment app for young girls,
Oh, awesome.
called No Limits Girl.
Okay.
And it's basically an empowerment, have like different activities, different things for helping to boost confidence. My favorite part of the app I created is called Crowned Academy. And
Hmm.
it's basically a section where they can do different lessons and things, teaching them about poise and grace and, hygiene and, just public speaking and confidence. So I
That's
love it.
awesome.
So I guess now my newest hat is an as an app developer.
There you go. There you go. Love it.
So yeah, I've
I just
definitely.
started, I got a new business too.
Really? What is
Yeah.
it?
So around Christmas time, my daughter was like, Mom, you should go to this paint and sip with me. And I've never gone because my friend actually owned a paint and sip company. And I never gone. I can't draw stick people. I can't even draw a straight line. But she asked me to go. I'm figuring, okay, this is going to be disastrous, but it's great mother-daughter time, right? It's going to
Hmm.
be fun. So I went. OMG, I loved my painting. What? I did that.
Wow.
So she was like, Mom, you should start, going on YouTube and looking at tutorials. So between the end of December, like December 29th and today, February 18th, I've done 21 pictures, portraits,
Oh
whatever.
my goodness.
Yeah, so I
Wow.
am so addicted. So my friend that actually had a sip and paint company, she moved. So I called her and I was telling her about it, and she goes, and she shouldn't have said this to me. She goes, that is like the easiest, and I'm putting this out there for everybody. She said that is the easiest business to start. And
Hmm.
I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, low, low cost, the whole thing. So yes, I have put that in motion.
Oh wow. I love it. I haven't ever done a sip and paint, but I do like to go to this thing called spin art.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun because yeah, I used to actually be very artistically gifted, but unfortunately, I ended up losing my sight, at the age of 15, so I lost that
Oh,
ability to be able to draw anymore. So I kind of like don't really like to
right,
do
right,
too much
right.
art unless it's tactile and I can feel it, like
Right, right,
clay
right.
and stuff like that. But I took my son and I'm like, I wanted us to, do something fun. And I'm
Right.
like, spin art, what is that? And so
Yeah.
we ended up going and they put on we had like little aprons and everything. And they were like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, you literally just put the paint on the paper and you let it spin and it just kind of blurs all the colors
Yeah.
together. And it was like so much fun.
Aw. And how old is your son?
He is 7.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun time.
So yeah, I was like, I do other, ways of getting into being artistic. That's, I guess you would say non-visual. So
Right,
like,
right,
yeah, I
right.
build like with Legos. I do
Hmm.
stuff with like Play-Doh and things like that. And of course, yeah, I'm a writer. So I get to express my creativity, in different ways, even though I can't,
Right,
visibly see it anymore.
right, right. I get it, but hey, you're still doing it.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So you said that there are some other things that you're also into as well?
I did, yeah. Well, I'm a philanthropist. I have my own nonprofit organization called Strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
I have a retail shop called the Empress Company, and it's a spiritual metaphysical store. So I have that. I
My up
actually,
my alley.
oh yeah. So I
I
actually have.
love stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so I actually had a physical store, and then I had to close it down. My dad got sick, my son got sick. So I
Hmm.
will be reopening the physical store this summer, but I have been online, and that's probably one of my favorite things out of
Hmm.
everything is that. I don't know why.
So what kind of stuff do you sell?
I have crystals. I have that stuff, crystals, incense, sage. I do readings. You name it.
Yeah, I used
Anything.
to have, I want to get one again, but when I moved, I lost it. But I had like, because I've always loved waterfalls.
Hmm.
And so I had like a ta was they call it like a tabletop waterfall.
Hmm.
And I would have it on my dresser. And it was be something that I would just, because I used to kind of make my bedroom like my little sense of peace, and I would have all my
Hmm.
crystals and everything.
Hmm.
And I actually would buy crystals and put them
Hmm.
in the fountain and
Oh
let
yeah.
the water just like run over them. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh, it was so peaceful.
Oh yeah.
I love
Yeah.
I
Your,
have to
your room
get me
was
a
that
new
room was
one.
charged. Your room was
Yes.
charged. Yes. Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, oh my, I can't even remember where I bought it from. And I'm like, I just don't remember where I bought this
Oh.
from, but I loved it. And it had like a basically it was like a hole at the top, and then there was like this big heavy like glass ball, and
Hmm.
then you would put it on top, and then the water would push it and make the ball rotate.
Oh
And it had
wow.
like lights and everything. Like it was so,
Huh?
man, I loved it. It was so
I bet
peaceful.
you did. Well, you have to check out some of my products at theempresscompany.com. And yeah.
Empresscompany.com. Yep, I'm
Mhm.
definitely gonna make sure.
Yeah.
So what else other stuff are you into?
Oh, geez. Let me see. Well, I really love, well, okay, so on the spiritual lane, since we're kind of in that lane, I'm working on this amazing global event called the One Summit, which will take place in 2028. And what it
Mm-hmm.
basically is all religions coming together under one roof, and we're just having a discussion because I think we fight too much about whose God is right when it's really we're talking about the same thing. So
Mm-hmm.
let's sit at the same table and talk and not argue. And I bet when the Christians and the Muslims and the Buddhists and whomever get together and start talking, I think we'll and put all the pieces on the table. I think we'll understand God, source, universe, how whatever you call it, a little
Mm-hmm.
better. I think God is too vast to understand completely, but I think we'll have more puzzles, pieces of the puzzle if we all come
Mm-hmm.
together. And that not only would create harmony between religions, but that also would eventually and subsequently go out into their congregations, which goes out into the world, right? So we're
Yes.
working on some world peace here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I've always told people, I don't subscribe to religion. I'm
Right.
spiritual.
Correct.
So for me, I'm not a, Catholic, I'm not
Right.
Christian, I
Right.
just believe in God
Thank you.
and all that he does. So for
Amen.
me, religion creates divide, and that's not what I'm about.
Right.
So I don't like, because, especially when I started
And
the
that's the whole point
podcast,
of this. Yeah.
yes, people would
Hmm.
ask like, "Oh, well, is this a Christian-based podcast?" And I'm like, "No." I say for me, the faith in BFF is for faith in a higher power, whatever that means for you, and
Correct.
faith in yourself
Right. Right.
to
And I think,
achieve whatever
and that's the
dreams
other
and
thing.
goals you have.
And people, I think, I grew up Catholic first and then switched religions. I've always been Christian, but it's so limiting,
Hmm.
and I don't think we should be limited. God can't be put in a box. And
Exactly.
that's what happens, when I don't think anything's wrong with religion personally. I honestly, I tell my daughter this. I think it's important because people need some kind of foundation. They need guardrails.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I don't think they should be so tight where you can't explore something else because religion is not a one size fit all. And
Yes.
so that's really the message. I'm okay with it. I'm glad my kids had the foundation of Christianity. I'm glad I had it because when I go through my tough times, I have those gospel songs that get me through because they're
Hmm.
nothing but affirmations, right? They're
Yes.
those strong affirmations. And if I hadn't had that upbringing, I wouldn't have that to reach back on. So I'm okay with religion, but I'm not gonna subscribe to one.
Exactly. That's why I said no. I'm a very open person. I love people for people. So
Yes.
whatever
Yep.
you lifestyle you're into, whatever, religion you believe, I don't care.
Mhm.
It doesn't bother
Yeah,
me. Like
whatever
I'm
floats
gonna
your
love
boat.
you for regardless of who you are. Like as long
Exactly.
as you treat me good, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because yeah, growing up, I would say my family I would say was Christian, I guess you would say, but we did not go to church.
Hmm.
The only time we did is when like my aunt would get us during the summertime, and yeah, it was mandatory that we went to church.
Right, right.
But outside of that, yeah, I never had any kind of like, just religion, but I always believed in God. Like that
Right.
never
Yep.
wasn't
Hmm.
a thing. So,
Hmm.
and just growing up and, I went to churches and stuff as an adult because I thought,
That's what you were
life would
supposed to do.
change for
Right, right,
me and,
right. Yeah, no,
life was
that
just
it
gonna
didn't
be
work out that
great.
way, did it?
No, I actually found that it actually turned me off from going to churches because
And
of
for
how I
me,
was treated
yeah, yep,
by people.
yep. And for me, looking back, I didn't know this at the time, but I am an amazing manifester. I can
Hmm.
do it. But when I
Hmm.
got in, so like I said, I grew up Catholic, but I didn't have strict parents like you have to go to church, you have to read scripture. I didn't have that. Okay. So when I moved to California, my mom passed away, and for some reason, I guess I thought I needed to go to church. And that's when, hate to say it, that's when everything turned bad
Yeah.
because it put restrictions on me that,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? It just put too many restrictions. And so since I have released that again in my life, man, it's just opened up. But again, that was part of my journey. I needed
Hmm.
to experience that on both ends because now I can run something like the One Summit because I understand both sides, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I'm not judging anybody,
Yes.
but I understand it.
Yeah, and that's what I would tell people. Like, we would have discussions about like the different versions of the Bible and which religion believe. And I was like, if you actually sat down and read each Bible, the Quran, the,
Hmm.
New Testament, Old Testament, whatever other religions have, whatever, the stories are the same. The names are just different. And
Yeah, exactly.
they're the same exact
Yeah.
stories.
And,
They're
my
just,
thing with Christianity, and I'm only gonna speak about that because that's the only one I really know of. But
hmm.
for me, even as a kid, I just didn't understand it. It's like, what do you mean, I'm gonna go to hell if? Like, what do you mean it's and I'm heterosexual, but I didn't
Hmm.
understand why they say God is so mad at gay people
Hmm.
and they're going to hell and all of that stuff. And so ironically, when I told you I moved to California, I'm all into this religion, and I had this best friend named Dietrich, and
Hmm.
Dietrich and I were like close, 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 strictly platonic. But I did have a crush on him when I met him, but that faded away, and we just became the best of friends. So as you do in friendships, you introduce your friend to other friends, and so on and
Hmm.
so forth. So I had introduced him to another friend of mine, this guy, and that guy came back to me. He goes, "Man, I love Dietrich. That dude is cool." He said, "I didn't know he was gay." And I'm like, I didn't know he was gay. I didn't know he was gay either. And so at that time, I was all into my Christianity and I felt some kind of way about it. And I stopped really taking his call. He felt the shift. I shifted. I wasn't the same. And then
Hmm.
I heard God's voice clear as day. It was he was your best friend before you knew anything about his sexual orientation. So what is
Hmm.
the
What
difference
changed?
now?
Hmm.
And in that moment, I had to question, what are they teaching us? Because I didn't know that about him. And
Mm-hmm.
God clearly kept it away. I mean, we talked about relationships. He did like women, but I didn't know about that part.
Yeah.
And this was my friend. What changed? Because I found out something about him. He never changed his relationship with me. So why am I changing mine with him? And that was one of those wake up calls. It was like, yeah, something's off here.
Mm-hmm.
Something's off here. And then, in the Bible, they talk about how God is loving, and God is loving. So please explain
Yes.
to me how I don't think he's narcissistic, but they make him that in the Bible where they say, take your son up to the mountaintop and kill him for me to show me and prove your love to me. Now, let's think about this in real life. God tells you, if you really love me, take your son to the mountaintop. You have a son, I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
Take your son up to the mountaintop and kill him to prove that you love me. Now, you love this God so much that you're willing to do that. So you're dragging your baby boy up there. He doesn't know what's about to happen. Y'all get to this mountaintop. You whip out this knife and you about to stab him. He's looking at you like, Mom, what? And then God goes,
Mm-hmm.
No, I just wanted to see if you're going to do it. Do you know how much therapy?
Yeah, because it thou should not kill. That's
But
what you're
no, not
about to
even, forget about that. How much therapy are you and your son going to need at the end of
do.
the day? Because he no longer trusts you, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would
Mm-hmm.
not, let's go. No, I don't know what you about to do this time. But I'm going, right? Y'all need all kinds of therapy. And what loving God would put you in
Mm-hmm.
that position because God is not narcissistic. He is confident whether or not you love him. You don't have to prove it. You show it every day or you
Exactly.
don't, right? So
Exactly.
why would he make you do that to show that you love him? That has always been problematic. I could name a whole bunch of stories in that Bible, like what? But
Mm-hmm.
growing up, it never made sense. But then, when I got into the Christian faith, and it was like, you don't question God. So you just
Mm-hmm.
go with it. And that's the problem. Everybody's just going with it because you don't want to question God. No, I had questions.
Oh
And
yeah. To this day I still do. And I'm like, people have to realize like people interpret their relationship with God in different ways. So I can't go based
yes,
on what someone
yes,
else said God told them to do. Like
correct.
if that's your personal, everybody's journey
Right.
is personal.
Right. And that is the thing that religions, I'm going to speak from Christianity, they try to push on you. If you don't do this, then you're going to hell. But you
Mm-hmm.
don't understand my relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
God can't deal with me the way he deals with Blaque Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
We two different people. I
Yes.
might be resentful and resistant in a way in a method that he might try with me, where for you it might work perfectly. So it's just like I have two kids. I'm a single mom and I've raised them both, and they are polar opposites. You would
Polar
swear they had two
opposite.
different mamas, but they didn't. They didn't. They're two different people. So I have to act accordingly, right?
Mm-hmm.
One I can punish, one I cannot. We
Mm-hmm.
have to talk about it because punishment makes that one crazier.
Yep, worse.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
Lord,
So,
yeah.
but it's the same. Look at God that way. We say he's a parent. So why is he gonna make everybody, you gotta be Christian and you gotta be that way? I think
Mm-hmm.
he'd get bored. Like everybody,
Mm-hmm.
so there would be no fun in life if we were all the same.
Exactly. That's why I said, yeah, I believe in unity. So
Yes.
whatever you believe, whatever you have going on, let's come together. Let's
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
it. So
So I
I
will
think
see
that
you,
would
Miss
be
Ma'am, at
great.
the One Summit.
You said 2028, and let me go ahead and put
2028.
that on my calendar.
Yes. Summer 2028. Come on out to LA.
Ooh, I've never actually been to
Well,
California,
come
so
on.
that'll be perfect
Mm-hmm.
because I love to travel. So,
Yes. There it is.
and you said you live in California now. Where were
Mhm.
you living before?
I'm born and raised in Chicago.
Oh,
And then I have
Chicago
side
girl.
homes. My side home is Louisiana.
Hmm.
My grandmother was there and I went there a lot. And then I ended up going to college there, but I went to prom there. Yeah, I spent a great portion of my life in Louisiana as well.
That's one place I've always wanted to go to. I had an opportunity to go last year, but then my work wouldn't allow, so
Oh,
I missed out on the opportunity to go. But that is one place I would love to
you
visit. Like this
gotta
year, I'll be
go.
going to Texas for the first time, so
Okay. Now,
I'm
where are
excited about
you?
that. I am in North Carolina,
What part?
Greensboro.
Okay. My daddy is from Greenville.
Greenville.
Pitt
Yeah, that's
County.
probably about 3 hours from me,
Okay. Pitt County.
Pitt County.
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm originally from South Carolina, but I've been
Okay.
in Greensboro. Oof, what is this? 2026 now, so I would have to say about 16 years now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is home, I
Yeah,
guess you would
yeah.
say. Even though I more prefer Raleigh,
Okay.
than Greensboro, just because I don't, I've always been a very like diverse person, I guess you would say. I like
Hmm.
diversity and I like new people and just different people. I like differences.
Yeah.
And so yeah, in Raleigh, I feel like it's more, they call it like a little New York. Because there's
Okay.
so many different cultures and
Okay.
ethnicities and
Hmm.
food and it's just yeah, it's a little New York. I love it. So I do plan on, I don't know when, but hopefully being able to move back.
Okay. I ain't leaving LA. That's
I
that
think
it.
I would want to visit, but no, I don't think I would want to live.
Oh
I-
yeah. I've been here for decades. I
I'm a
won't tell you how
sunshine girl, so
many.
anywhere where I can get some sun, yes, I would
See,
definitely
I'm
love
an
to
ocean
live.
girl. I can't, matter of fact, I walked to the beach yesterday. I'm that close. I walked to the ocean.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
Actually, where I live here in Greensboro, I'm actually it's smack dab in the middle of three beaches.
Okay.
We have Virginia Beach,
Mm-hmm.
um, Wilmington Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and then Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
And they're all about the same exact distance, 4 hours away.
Okay.
And on all in all ways. So yeah, I'm definitely surrounded by beaches.
Okay. You're not surrounded like me though. I have no.
Well, yeah, the fact that you can actually walk, I still got to drive to the beach. So you can go out your door and be walking. Now,
Yes.
when I go to the beach, I make sure I'm in a hotel that's right on the beach
Uh-huh.
so I can walk out.
And look, I love the water so much. I'm going to Cancun on a girls trip in May, and the hotel literally is on the beach. I'm like, I love water. I
Oh,
can't do
wow.
without it. I
I
love
can't
it.
swim though, but I love to be in water. One of these days, I'm gonna take some swimming lessons.
Oh
I
my
don't
goodness.
know
Yes.
when.
But you know what I'm gonna tell you? I'm an avid swimmer. I've been swimming all my life. When I moved to LA and I got in that ocean, I got right out. I'm like, that's some different water. You ain't swimming in that. So you can swim and it's good. Like if something happened, I probably could save myself for the most part. I know how to navigate the water, but
Hmm.
um swimming, in the ocean is way different than
Oh
swimming
yeah.
in
In a
anywhere else.
pool. Yeah. I've definitely heard that. And it's crazy because I knew how to swim when I was really little, like when I was 3. And I don't know what happened. It was like I forgot because I had not gotten into a pool until I was like 17 again after that. So by
Oh
then I
wow.
had forgotten. So now I don't know how to swim. And I want my son to learn how to swim as
Oh
well.
yeah. It's
So
it's important.
I was like, yeah, you just never know. So I'm like, one of these days, it's just it costs so much because I would need one-on-one like personal
Right,
I
right,
couldn't do like the group. So I'm like,
right.
man, why do y'all charge so much for personal lessons?
Yeah. But do it. You should do
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm going to. I don't know, maybe not this summer, but maybe next summer I can plan for us both to take swim lessons.
Yeah. Do that.
But yeah, I love it. Is there anything else you want to share or anything else that comes to mind?
No, I think we covered a lot.
Yes, definitely. I like when the conversations, yeah, can go from one thing to the next instead of just being, yeah, I like it when the people that I talk to are versatile and they have many different avenues of things that they do because, yeah, it does make for a more interesting conversation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we will get to my favorite part of the show where we play
Okay.
What is she thinking? So I'm
Uh-oh.
going to give you 5 different phrases, random phrases, and you'll just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. You don't have to think too hard about it.
Okay.
Just whatever just comes to mind.
Okay. That could be
Uh,
dangerous, but okay. I have dark humor, so I don't know. Okay, but let's go.
All right. All right. So your first one is oceans are.
My savior.
Love it. All right, next one. Give me a piece of.
Oh, a whole bunch of stuff came flooding at one time. I was like trying to separate. This is stupid. Bread. I don't know
Give me
why.
a piece of bread.
I don't know why that was the first thing. That's why I didn't say there was something else came right after, but bread. Okay, it's like, give me a piece of bread.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll take bread. All right, let's see here. I don't know a lot about cars, but I know a lot about
Music.
music. Yes. All right. Next one. Oh, my mind went blank. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay. It happens to me often, don't worry.
Usually I have the breakdown. All right, hold on. Let me see. Life is for the living.
And death is for the dead.
All right, and your last one is going to be, let's see here. You can't have a carnival without
A mule. I don't know where that came
a
from, but okay, a mule. A carnival without a mule.
All right. Well, are there any websites, social media, anything you would like to leave the listeners with where they can
Yeah.
reach out?
My Instagram is Nikki Allen the one, and my website is nikkiallen.com, and you can find everything about me there.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to visit the podcast on BFF Empowerment Podcast.com to keep up to date with the latest going on with the podcast. Also, you can follow us on social media. We are BFF Empowerment Podcast on YouTube. Not Twitter, I'm sorry. I don't do Twitter.
No, I was about to
Instagram.
cancel you. I was about to cancel you. No, I'm just playing.
Let's see, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Facebook. Also, if you would like to be a spotlight on the Women on the Rise segment of the BFF Empowerment Podcast, send an interest email to bffempowerment@gmail.com. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for listening.